Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fun Crafty Crew kit video for Crafty Stamp Co. We are playing with the March kit, which is available for sale after February 8th for 2 weeks. So if you see this in real time, the kit is probably available for sale. There's a link down below and all that good stuff. This kit uses a lot of animals, which I thought was a really awesome theme. It's very pet themed, and friends of the channel will know my cat makes many appearances on videos, and my today, who knows? Um, but we are playing with the Fur Babies paper pad, and we are playing with the Pets Our Family stamp set if you're interested. And if you're seeing this in the far distant future, these items may be available in the shop. One of the kind of perks of the Crafty Crew kits are that the products are not available outside of the kit for 6 months, so you get that to work that with if you got in early. We're gonna do a fun card I haven't done in a while, but it's one of my favorite layouts, and I was really motivated by this cute little turtle. I've colored all of these with a lot of pink. You see, we used a lot of pink in the ladybug or whatever kind of bug it is. I don't know if there were pink bugs. I'm sure that there are, but if you know of any, feel free to let me know in the description. But I thought it would be fun to do something that wasn't an A2 with this. And I was really inspired to do a slim line. And I'm going to use a design that originally was one from Call Me Crafty Al. And I really thought we would pull in pink here to kind of balance out the green, but really go for like a very springy sort of vibe. So that's what we're gonna do. I also love this sketch because this is just a single 6 by sheet that I cut up. The original uses different pattern papers, but I really wanted to keep the turtle the highlight, so I went for just this one, and I thought this sort of blue gray in the background will really kind of make the pink pop a lot. So the rest of this is pretty straightforward. I cut a normal mini slimline base. This is just 7 by 6 1/4. And then it's scored in the middle, but then there's an additional score line at 1 1/4. So essentially this is going to turn into a Z fold. So let me grab my bone folder and do that. Put the bumpy side of the score line in the middle. I think last month I did a sped up coloring. I may do that for the second video, but if you like that, let me know. And if it's annoying, also let me know. So basically, we have a Z fold. It's just a vertical mini slim, which is a little bit unusual. And then what we're going to do is mat in our papers here. We have a very thin border. And we are going to put pattern paper all the way at the bottom here. So what we're going to get is a really fun card. So let me just grab some glue and put that together for you. But I don't know. I've been really in a spring mood. I don't know about you. I know that a lot of us recently had a storm that went through that was pretty impactful. Not so much in Wisconsin. We just got cold, but other areas of the country certainly got a little bit more. I'm going to make sure I'm not covering my score line because I do want this two-fold flat. And then we're just going to do the same thing. But I've been like super in the mood to like do all the spring floral everything. So I mean, this pattern paper couldn't have come at a better time. Um, I think we will. And as you can see, the actual like this piece is seems like it's going to be too small. But the idea with it was that essentially it will um, not require that we use two pieces of paper. And like once this piece is down in the middle, you're not really going to be able to tell. And we're going to put the circle over the top of that, which is, I think, the thing that makes this a really cool card. There we go. As you can see, the spacing is not exactly the same, which doesn't really bother me too much. But what I do in that case is I always want to try and make sure that the spacing, when you're looking at the card head on, looks even. As you can see, like it's even here and there, even though, and then when we open it up, very cute. Now, normally I like to bring in some sky just to kind of give our little guy a place to live. But I think I'm going to not do that this time just because I really like the idea of keeping the color palette simple. But you certainly could make this more of a scene. But I'm going to keep it a little simpler, which I think gives it more of a graphic design vibe. But let's put the circle on the other circle so that we can get a sense of how it feels all together. And there we are. So what this is gonna, we could put this anywhere you want, really, but I like to keep it sort of in the upper third because I like how it kind of balances the space. So I will get this on, and then we can think about where we want to put it. I'm just gonna put glue in the center. It'll be plenty to hold it, but I also would prefer to not glue my card shut. And then we're just going to sort of balance the space on either side. If you want, you could put this either all the way up at the top or, you could use a different space. But I kind of like the idea of how the circle and the rectangle are kind of juxtaposed from like a shape perspective. And because we have this pink matting layer, I think we can, I'm like the idea of sort of lining him up so he's just sort of like that, where he's kind of sitting on the bottom. And that'll give us some space for our sentiment. And this stamp set has a whole bunch of them, but I really like the thank you for caring one. And we could either, and because we have some extra space up here, we can put it there. I really like it every time Crafty Stamp Co makes these kind of size stamps, and they're probably about an inch and a half by an inch and a half. But it really feels like you always have a lot of options, especially with like A2s, to use them either together or separately. And to really, use card layouts like this where, by the time we're done, we're not gonna have like a ton of workable space because of all the showcasing of the pattern paper. There we go. I am liking him. Um, Certainly you could color these differently. This is a very spring version of a turtle, but if you were looking for something a little more true to life, you could do that as well. A lot of the animals that Crafty Stamco puts out are really nice because depending on how you color them, they really sort of change their seasonal vibe. And what I'm going to do is just put our circle. I'm going to put the circle in here like carefully and make sure that it gets covered up by our focal piece. As you can see, I seem to have wound up making this into a left-hand card by gluing it upside down. But let's see what we can do to fix that. I will. I think what I will do. Let me know if you want to see how to fix it. But basically, what I would typically do here is I would just cut it along this seam and then just make a hinge and glue it back together, and it would be hidden on the inside and you'd never see. So, if you're interested to see how to fix a card you do backwards, let me know. But I really like how this guy came out, and like also it could just be depending if you want, you can leave it as an unexpected card, where it opens right as opposed to opens left. But if you want to change that, you could just cut along this seam and then glue it back together. Um, yeah, I think that would work. You could also just take the focal piece off and you could redo it, but I don't know. I have some friends who always like these cards that are a little bit come out in unexpected ways. So there you go. So that is our video for today. I really like these. I like this pet theme a lot. So I hope you do as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop me a line. And until next time, I hope you have a crafty day. And I will talk to you again real soon. Bye bye.